After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 422. Today is Saturday, October 3rd, 2020, as we are recording. I am Marlecia, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
We want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Fun in the Woman Cave. We're glad to have you with us. If you're new, we're glad you found us. We hope you see something you like and that you will stay with us. If you are returning, we're always glad to see you back. If you are in the shadows, either new or returning, please feel free to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. Just hit the little subscribe button and press the little bell so you can get the notifications. And if you want to take part in all the alongs and fun things like that, the camaraderie, the giveaways, all that kind of stuff, that happens on our home, PHN home. We call it our homepage.
And the link is in the information box.
Right. It's phnpodcast.freeforums.net. It's in the little box below this video. Okay.
And last time we had a live, people were asking about where to find us on Patreon. The link is also below the video.
Patreon is something different. There are different things involved with that. Zooms and live streams and things like that.
Yeah.
And
The only reason why I
tutorials
brought
and
it
all
up was because last time we had a live stream, someone asked us where they could find the link.
Right. Okay, now, where are we at here?
We should be at tea.
Oh yeah, we welcomed everybody. Boy, that was fast this time. And tea, how many things do you have?
I need to check, let's see.
I think I have 8. Because I was prepared, but apparently I don't remember. Let me just check.
And I changed the color of my highlighter, so.
Good.
Let's see, let me find the episode. Okay.
I have 8.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, so I go first in my, because Tortoise vs. Hare is now over, in my Chronically Crocheting mug. And for those of you who are unaware, there's no bunny on here. It's just that she's a bunny. So I wasn't using her mug.
Well, she's not physically a bunny.
She's a bunny. This is her mug from her podcast, which is Chronically Crocheting. And it says on the back, "Yarny friends make the best friends." She gave this to me, and I love it, and I use it often. And the tea that's in there is a new to me tea. The tea itself, Plum Deluxe, is not new. You've heard us mention Plum Deluxe many, many times. But the tea that I'm drinking is new. It's called Red Velvet. I know we've asked about this.
The particular flavor.
Pura Dessert Tea. I don't know if I'm saying that word right, but
Oh, I'm not the
Red
person
Velvet
asking.
Pura Dessert Tea. This is chocolatey deliciousness in your cup. It's Pura tea, cocoa peel, cocoa nibs, beetroot pieces, blackberry leaves, chocolate essence, love, gratitude, and caffeine, which I really do need. This looks like it's going to be good. I had a little sip while we were waiting to get started. And
I forgot to stir mine.
let me see here. I'm making a mess. Oh yeah, that's good. I'm glad I chose that.
Okay, let me
Yeah,
have a
it
taste.
almost tastes like it has some coconut in it.
That means I'm probably going to like it.
Yeah, but I think it's just the red velvet.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. Because red velvet's not particularly sweet.
It does have kind of that smell.
Yeah, it does, but it doesn't say coconut. There's no coconut in it.
That's good.
Isn't it good?
It's one of those things where you want to taste it a second time to
Go
get
ahead.
the full... No, it's your tea.
Go
I'm
ahead.
not going to do that. Okay.
I need to get more of it. I only got one because I was testing it in case I didn't like it.
It's really good.
I really like it.
I was Doing a little bit of the thing that wine testers do,
Yeah.
where they swish it a little bit, but it's a little harder with hot tea.
Yeah.
I'm interested in what it would taste cold. Not like chilled cold, but as it cools.
I think it would be good because it would absorb some of the sugar. It's because
Yeah.
when you put the rock sugar in this, it doesn't mask the flavor. It just kind of enhances it. So this is really good. I'm really pleased with that. Andy, you did well with that. Andy is the proprietor of Plum Deluxe.
Because he doesn't do, like, some teas you'll see they'll say, like, a different brand did a red velvet, and they had red velvet flavoring. And you're like, well, what does that mean? Whereas Andy's stuff, it really is all...
It's spelled out for you.
It's spelled out... Well, he's taking plants and berries and things like that and certain kinds of teas, and he's just blending them. It's not like he's adding some sort of artificial flavor
Well,
to
he does
it.
have some essences.
He does have essences,
Yeah.
but he defines what the essence is my point.
And the essences, I think, are gotten directly. It's not. I think it's all organic. Is what I'm trying to say.
Right. Well, he says as much. It is all organic. And that sounds a little nitpicky, but as someone who has to watch what comes in because there's hidden things in there, I really appreciate knowing exactly what's in there. Not to mention, I like my tea natural.
Yeah, we've been with Andy for years. I mean, it's just he was very sweet with me, letting me stay on the Facebook page, even though I just buy the tea. He's amazing. His teas are awesome.
They are. Now, mine's like it's good, but it's a very different kind of tea than the one Mom has.
It's a different person too.
Well, it's a different person, and it's also different on the flavor spectrum. Whereas Mom's more sweet, mine's minty. I was looking for something that was nice on the stomach because I wasn't feeling very well before we started.
Yeah, we almost didn't podcast.
So I'm feeling a bit better, so hopefully I'll be able to make it through. So this is Simpson and Vale, the Literary Tea Collection, and this is Jane Austen again. I figured that was a good way to make it so the tissue box isn't, like, focused.
She's got her close up.
So Jane Austen Black Tea Blend. And you'll feel like one of Jane Austen's heroines as you sip this delicate-looking blend that houses surprising strength. An undertone of vanilla is accentuated by warm lavender and a cooling mint. I think it's a mixture of the vanilla and the mint that I particularly...
What's it called again?
This is Jane Austen. You have
No,
some.
but what is it called? The flavor.
The flavor's Jane Austen.
Oh, it's not okay. Okay, Simpson Vale's the tea. Jane
Yeah.
Austen is the flavor. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it has black tea, spearmint, lavender flowers, and vanilla flavor. And I do like Simpson Vale, but their dessert teas, unlike Andy, they do just say, like, theirs was the example I used of the red velvet, where they just said red velvet flavoring. I would not be inclined to get that one because I don't know what red velvet flavoring is. It could have gluten in it. So, it's just easier to go, I know exactly what's in his. In this one, I do know exactly what's in it because they do spell it. There's no
And Andy will work with
flavoring.
you. Andy will work with you in terms of
Of allergies, yeah.
if you have. I mean, there might be some you can't get, but he might have different levels. He has caffeinated, low caffeine, and no caffeine options. Not for every tea necessarily, but for you've got your options.
And for people in the club, he'll also, you can say, I have these allergies, and they'll take that into account when they send you tea. So
They're awesome over there.
So
They
they
really
don't
are.
make it so you have to have no allergies to be in the club. For a while, I wasn't getting any caffeine. It was a lot more boring. Not because those teas are boring, but I actually like black tea a lot. And I got really tired of herbal tea.
Yeah.
I like herbal tea every once in a while, but my preference is black tea. I know you like this one. This is not a fashion statement, guys. I'm trying to block the light from
Oh yeah, this is a good
above.
one. This is really good. It's got a lot of strong chamomile or something.
There's no chamomile.
It tastes like your chamomile.
It's
It's mint. It's the mint.
the mint, and it could also be the lavender.
No, I think it's the mint.
It's the mint. I'm not sure if my chamomile also has vanilla in it.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and move on. We don't have any official new members, although I think we have some new members in various areas.
Right.
But we so we'll just move
But
on.
nothing in the PHN home is what Mom's saying.
Well, on the YouTube. Oh, at the home. You're right. The home.
Right.
I can't think. Yes, what she said. Okay, we are going to pull for some prizes. I'm going to do that before we get, into the podcast here. So for the
What I'll probably do is when you're pulling for prizes, I will put my legs up just to increase the amount of time I'll be able to podcast.
Okay, so we're doing the prizes first for the charity long. Now I need you guys to listen for what you've won. Okay, first of all, what along you won it for, what it was you won, and your name and address, okay? So when you contact me, I need which along it is, what you won, and that's it, right? What the prize
I
was.
wasn't paying attention.
Okay, the along and what you won and your name and address, okay? All right, so this is for the charity along, okay? Let me see if I can find my...
I'm gonna stick my feet behind you, okay, Mom?
There goes my notes.
It's okay.
No, it's not. I need to see my notes.
It's okay. We can. Just if you can. Do you want me to hold your tea?
Yeah.
Go ahead
It's
and
hot.
move the handle so I can reach it.
Okay.
Because
Technical difficulties, just for a second,
there
guys.
we go. Because then you don't have to worry about it spilling, and you can just grab it. Doesn't your Kindle thingy have its own stand?
It does, but if I do that, it falls easier.
Oh. Okay.
If I just touch it, it falls. So, let me see here. Where was I?
Let me know when you want your tea back.
Let me just get situated here.
Okay, yeah, once you get your table within my reach, I'll set it on there.
Well, just turn the handle when I'll set it.
Oh, I don't have a lot of space on my table. Hold on.
Okay, let me see.
Oh, careful, your water. I don't think it's open, but...
All right, guys. I don't know what kind of podcast this is going to be today. I'm getting frustrated. All right.
It'll be okay.
All right, so let's see here. All right. The first set of prizes, this is the charity along. This is the third quarter prizes. I started with post 556, which is where I ended with 555 last time around. So 556 to the last post in this quarter, which was 700. Okay, so 556 through 700 were the numbers. Okay, and this is for the lefty set. Let me see if I can find that.
It's really pretty set.
I'm very crowded in here. I'm not sure why I'm more crowded than I usually am.
In the bag or just in general?
Everywhere.
Well, you also have someone with their feet slammed right behind your back, so that doesn't really help you.
Yeah, but that's not it either. I mean, it's just... Okay, here we go. Okay. For this lefty set. Okay. Oops. I'm sorry. This... I'm going to have to try and retape it or something because the glue came off of the tag. But this is the lefty set. Okay. And I think it goes with Martina Ben's
It's really pretty.
lefty. It's really pretty.
I was really disappointed when I found out it was priced.
Okay, this is Steph. Okay, so Steph, you need to contact me with your name, your address, what you won, which is the lefty set for the charity along. Okay, so let me know what you did as soon as you can, and I'll get that out to you. Congratulations. The other prize for this is 2 skeins of Mama Llama yarn in the Nile colorway, donated by Marriott. This was donated by Christina. This is donated by Marriott. The person who's getting this is really lucky because I was going to keep it.
Is it more of a mauve?
It's kind of a mauve with browns. It's very autumnal.
The reason I'm asking is, with my glasses on, it looks brown.
No,
but...
it's got kind of greenish brown, like an olivey, greeny brown. Mauves, kind of some purpley mauves in there. It's real pretty.
The reason, guys, if you're new, I sometimes have to ask what colors is. The lenses are green here to help with migraines, and I can't. The colors don't look right to me.
And this goes to Rena. Okay, Rena, this is yours. Same thing I told
Lucky,
Steph.
Rena. Good job.
Give me your name, your address, the fact that you won this for the charity along, and that's the Mama Llama yarn. Okay, congratulations to both of you.
Because you don't know Rena's name and address at all.
Nope, I don't know.
She
Steph.
never wins anything.
Neither does Steph.
You're
Never,
right.
ever. But I want to be known that they watched it. I want to know that they love us, and they have to contact me. Okay? So contact me with that, because I'm kind of spoiled that way. Okay? I'm a little princess.
It makes her feel loved. Just do it.
Yeah, just
Humor
do
her.
it. Just humor me. Okay, that's for the charity log. The prizes for this quarter. We have one more quarter to go. Now, cardiac dysautonomia. You guys are gonna laugh. Honestly, I swear, I used random number generator. I did. I used random. Okay, the first prize for this is Dragonfly Fibers Digini sock in the golden pear colorway.
This is a pretty name.
Yes, and this goes to Steph. Okay, Steph. So congratulations, you were quite lucky this time around. Same as before, just tell me that you won this for cardiac dysautonomia. It's the Dragonfly Fibers golden pear colorway. So this is yours
and who knows
as well.
if you can get that color again.
This is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if you can get it again. Dragonfly.
Because they're doing that overhaul or whatnot.
Yep. Now, this is really interesting. I think this is fun. This is the Euroflax 100% wet spun linen sport weight in charcoal. And Rena, this is yours. Honest,
I think Rena's could go together with her other one.
It's not the same weight.
It's not, okay.
Yeah, and
it's a different texture.
It's a different texture. I mean, Rena's very creative. I'm sure she can do something. So Rena, I need the same information that I told you before. The name, address, color that you want. It's the Euroflax wet spun linen sport weight in the charcoal colorway for cardiac dysautonomia. Okay? I did pull random number generator.
They just put in so much.
Yeah, they were just amazing. So they deserved it. They worked hard. They all deserved it. But
well, yeah.
But the more you put in, the more chances you have. So that's awesome. We're happy about that. Okay, the next one is tortoise versus hare. Now this, as far as I know, unless this changes, 3 of these prizes you have to contact Laura, Crocheting Hoovian, okay, because she's donated those and she still has them. Rather than have her send me stuff and me send her stuff and then both of us have to resend those to someone else, it's just better for us to send what we have.
Now the most important thing of all, before even the prizes.
Oh yes, tortoise won. Hare's won.
No, the hares won. Bunnies won for the first year ever.
It's 2020, guys. Of course the hares won.
It's so exciting.
It's only because it's 2020.
So happy.
I blame Stephanie. Bunny butts.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. I blame Stephanie.
So
that's, okay.
all the bunnies, thank you guys. You've really made my year.
Yay. Okay, so congratulations
and Laura,
to the
I'm
bunny.
still thinking about your thing. Is this I don't have brain?
She said she can't deal with it right now. She's still weeping. Laura,
she was the one who reminded me that
she did.
Need to, every year we have a is it a forfeit?
No, it's a challenge.
It's a challenge where if whoever loses has to make something. So for the past 4 or 5 years, I've had to make something. So this is the first year I don't have to.
And Laura's a good sport.
And Laura wanted to make sure that I would give her something to do because she's the one who reminded me I was going to let it go this year.
Laura is a fantastic sport. We love her dearly, as you know. So,
because for me, like just the fact of the bunnies winning for once is a huge bonus.
Now these people have to listen carefully. These 3 people, okay, and then I'll do the other prize that's from us. But this one, these 3 have to listen carefully. These people contact Laura Concert, okay? And she's all everywhere. If you don't know where to contact her, ask me or ask Talia. We'll let you know.
So 3 next people.
The next 3.
The next 3 people contact Laura for your prize.
Okay, so the first one that we have, I don't have any of these. Obviously, Laura has them. The mini skein set of That's So Totally Rad is Jodidiah. Okay, so Jody, contact Laura Concert. Tell her you won the mini skein set and whether you want the 10-gram DK or 10-gram fingering sock. That's what she said that she was going to do. Okay, and she'll let you know if there's an issue with that. Okay, I'm sure she'll be fine, but okay. I just want to make sure I have it correct. Mm-hmm. And then the tortoise stitch markers is Smiles 571. So Sandra, I think it is. Smiles 571. You have the tortoise stitch markers. Congratulations. And the hare stitch markers go to Linnea. Okay, so Linnea, Smiles 571, and Jodidiah. Contact Laura Concert for your prizes. Tell her what you won and the fact that you won it for tortoise versus hare, and she'll take care of you, okay? Then this, I have to figure out where I put it here. I think it's in here. No, I just saw it.
Saw what?
It's that other green yarn.
Was it in the same bag as the other one?
It was in one of these. Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay, this yarn goes to, this is Kale Yeah, and this goes to Crocheting Hoovian. So Laura, I need you to contact me. I know I have your address. Do it anyway. Do what I'm telling you. Okay. Laura, that's a movie reference, okay?
Yeah, old movie reference. And I'm not sure you're a old movie fan.
No, I'm sure some of our other old movie fans will get it. Laura, this is a fingering sock, knit pit stroll gradient, and it's definitely tortoise colors. So I thought it was very apropos that you want it. So contact me with your pertinent information and what you want, and I'll get this out to you, okay? All right, so that's the prizes for this. But I also...
Wait, there's more.
There's more. I did a random draw from the Lady Furnicle Creations Franciscan Gypsy Designs
Oh, yeah,
thread.
yeah. Good.
And the winner from that is Looney Hiker. Okay, so Looney Hiker Pat.
That's
Pat,
so great.
You won this. It's Lady Furnicle Creations DK Rose in Bloom. 246 yards, 100 grams, 100% superwash merino wool. Okay, so this is yours.
Pat, that's
Pat.
a really great book, too.
Okay, so Pat, this is yours. Let me know that you won the random draw for Lady Furnicle Creations / Franciscan Gypsy Designs thread.
I'm so happy
and the
because
colorway.
Pat's been doing so much for us lately.
She has. I was really pleased that this came up for her. So that's the prizes, and I will get them out to you as soon as I can, as you guys let me know what you've won. Let me put these back so that I can move, because I'm kind of crowded in here.
Sorry.
No, it's not your feet. It's just all my bags. I'm not sure why my bags are so crowded this time. I think I
Did
usually...
you grab more bags than you actually worked on?
No. I think I just usually put them higher up on the
Oh, and the toys.
toys. So, all right. So I'm going to put this in here.
Maybe the toys are rebelling.
Congratulations to all the winners. And just to reiterate
Congratulations,
one
guys.
last time, for name, address, what you won, and what you won it for. Okay?
Unless you are supposed to contact Laura, in which case you tell Laura that information.
Yes. You contact her with that information. So congratulations. I'm kind of happy with the fact that because we had... Oh, and just a side note,
You know
Stephanie...
you just interrupted yourself.
I know. Stephanie and Rena won for the other one as well. And I'm sorry, guys. I had to pull you out. You guys already won too. So, you know.
Can't wait for all the,
No.
all the
I think that some people would have cut our heads off if we did
I
that.
don't think Rena or Steph would have stood for it either.
No, they wouldn't have. They would have said, I know Rena especially, and Stephanie, I'm pretty sure as well, would have said, hey, that's enough.
Yeah, exactly.
So we knew that they would be okay with us, so I pulled them. And just, you know, because they had already won twice. And I wanted to make sure everybody got a chance. So I wanted to be completely upfront and transparent with you guys that that's what happened, okay? I don't usually do that unless somebody seems to keep rolling through things and
Right,
you
we
know,
don't, because it's no fun if, you know.
all the same people win all the same time. So
Right, we don't mind with them different longs, but if someone wins all the prizes for all the longs,
Yeah, so-
that are being pulled for at that time.
we want everybody to have a chance.
Yeah.
So we don't mind 2 of them, but all 3 of them was
That being said, people who win a lot,
keep doing it.
keep doing it.
Yes.
Don't feel
Don't
like
stop.
you have to apologize.
No, and don't feel like you have to apologize. Don't feel
or
like you,
like you have to give up your prize.
no,
or
don't you
anything
don't
like that.
no. Don't feel like you have to give up your prize. Don't feel like you have to apologize. Don't decrease what you put in. That's what made it fun.
make it fun.
We made it, I loved seeing all the bunny butts. I loved seeing all Rena's stuff. Do not stop putting all the stuff in. If people want more chances, they'll put
put in
more
more.
stuff in.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So that's don't stop what you're doing. Okay. Don't stop. Okay.
Really?
Now that we've had our lecture for the day, I need tea.
Is that what happens after a lecture of the day? You need tea?
This was a good choice. I might need more of this.
Okay, well, you know, we can use my special stuff that I have. What happens is I order tea and then Mom pays me back because I have a discount.
Okay.
But it still gets Andy money.
Yes, it does. All right, now let me see here. Okay, Toy Along. The Toy Along has started, and we're really excited to see all the activity there already. I mean, I woke up on October 1st and there were already posts. It was like,
Oh, are you shocked? Guys, for the people who are new, Toy Along was our very first along. Because that was even before Autism Awareness. We wanted to start Autism Awareness first, but Toy Along was our... That was...
Well, when you asked me to start doing things, you kind of created a monster because I was like, let's do alongs.
Well, and it's good because by myself, I kind of would have kept it probably pretty low-key.
I'm not a low-key person, which is really surprising because I'm pretty introverted for the most part, but despite what you see, I'm pretty introverted for the most part, and I'm not technically oriented at all. So it's just, she asked me to do something. I'm like, well, if we're going to do something and we're going to be able to get any kind of viewers at all, we're going to have to be somewhat like everybody else.
Well, I had, for a history lesson for people who are new, I used to podcast by myself.
For the first 6.
I joined. Was it only 6?
Yeah, because I joined you on 7.
Okay.
Well, I was supposed to be a guest star.
And she was sporadic. She didn't.
No.
Oh, did you from the moment you?
Yeah, you said you wouldn't let me stop.
I recognized pretty early on then that I liked the dynamic better than when I was by myself, and then she kind of took over.
I did not, in fact. I did not, in fact. You're a fibber.
Who does all the business at the beginning?
Do you want to do all the business at the beginning?
Does anyone want me to do all the business at the beginning?
Then don't complain.
Do you know how disjointed that would be?
More than mine?
Yes. I probably wouldn't be able to podcast because I'd be so wiped out afterwards.
People who've been with us we're going on 9 years, I think, or 10 years, I forget. We've been here a while. Will know that it kind of divided along the lines of I do PR and Taya does techie stuff.
Yeah.
With little four-ways here and there that they overlap. But that's just the way it is, and it works well for us.
It does. It does. Everyone's using their particular strengths. Mm-hmm. I just suddenly feel like, I don't know, this feels so much more relaxed, almost like I'm just chatting, like they're over there and I'm just chatting with them in my living room with my feet up. Mm-hmm. It's kind of fun, actually.
Smelly feet.
Hey.
They're not. I'm just teasing her. Okay. Toy Along 2020. Okay, this is the one. This is our new along. We're still doing the charity along for the last quarter. The Toy Along, we wanted to do the Toy Along at this time of the year because we thought it'd be nice for Christmas gifts, for charity, for grandkids, for kids, for yourself. You know, we just wanted to, do something like that. So,
toys were really what got both of us into crafting.
Well, I was
a sweater nerd.
I was doing a lot of blankets and scarves and things, but Toy Along was what got me to doing patterns.
Right.
Toys that got me into patterns, and I credit Stacy Trock and Anastasia Zatel.
My very first knit pattern is somewhere here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here he is.
You're knocking Snickerdoodles over.
Sorry, Snickers.
Snickerdoodles.
My little.
When pigs fly.
When pigs fly with the hard as heck ball that won't let him do any flying, whatever.
He'd sink.
Yes. I could probably bean somebody with this and knock him out.
I don't think he would even bounce. He's just.
No, feel how hard he is.
Yeah. Poor little guy. He's not a fat pig. He's a solid little pig.
He's a solid little, but he's all muscle.
Yeah, he's all muscle.
So, he can sit right here.
Yeah. Snickerdoodles.
I'm sorry, Snickerdoodles.
You should be.
But yeah, that was my first toy, which weirdly enough was knit, because I don't really knit that many toys.
Okay, now, getting back to the Toy Along.
Yes.
This started October 1st, 2020, and I didn't do the charity along. I'll do it after the Toy Along. No, I just did the prizes.
Oh.
Let me just do the Toy Along first, and then I'll do the charity along. Okay, so this began October 1st, 2020, and ends December 31st. Projects can be started any time, but must have been worked on during this time period in order to be eligible for the prizes. Projects and chatter are all on the same thread. They may be knitted, loom knitted, or crocheted, and they can be used for gifts, charities, whatever you want to do. Just don't harm them, okay?
Yep, don't harm the little toys.
We do have featured patterns and yarns in our group that will merit 2 chances at a prize for the finished object only. Franciscan Gypsy toy patterns, Bakery Bear toy patterns, Crocheting Hoovians toy patterns, which are Laura Concert, any toy made with Lady Fernicle Creations yarn, and any toy made with Lollipop Girl yarns. Those are your featured yarns and patterns. As per normal, if you have an FO with either the pattern or the yarn, that's 2 chances at a prize. If it's the featured pattern and the featured yarn, that's 3 chances at a prize, and that you are responsible for the multiple postings, okay? Let's see here. All other FOs and WIPs are eligible for 1 chance at a prize. 1 WIP per project per week, 1 FO per project. Let's see. Tag is hashtag PHNToy2020. And then we have some suggested toy makers in the thread. If you want to see them, you can go to the thread and look. I'm not going to go through them here. It just takes too long because we waffled a little bit at the beginning. And you don't have to do the suggested makers on that list. You can do any toys that you want.
I think we might even have check out in the PHN home, it's not just a list of toy makers, but a list of designers and shops or whatever.
Right.
Because I have one lady I really like.
Yeah, I
Who's a
remember
knit
her.
one.
Yeah.
Actually, I have two that I really like. One does color work.
Yeah.
For the animals' clothes, and the other lady does ones that are really good for charity.
Yeah.
She does knit a bear. I really need to do my knit bunny.
I had the bear. I just took it out. Well, I never started. I used the yarn for something
And she
else.
makes all these cute outfits for it. I want to make a nurse outfit. Oh, I want to make a Santa Claus outfit.
Yeah. And then I think I have a couple of crochet ones in there too, toy a lot people, because we were in the process of transferring, because not everybody's on Ravelry anymore, so we're trying to find people on Lovecrafts for you or on Etsy and other places. But you Google search crochet toys or knit toys and you'll find them. There are all kinds of there's just all kinds of patterns out there.
There are.
So that's not a problem.
Once I get some of my Christmas knitting done and some of my custom orders done for the rosaries, I want to get back to knitting on my knit bunny.
And we do have some prizes. I have a couple in this bag, but they're so buried right now I'm not going to show them. Let us go.
Besides, you'll confuse people with all the other
Yeah,
prizes
we'll talk about that later. So now for the PHN charity along, I'm just going to go over this real cursorily because I went through the rules pretty in depth for this toy along. So I'm just going to kind of gloss over them and say things that are different here. Okay.
Well, you didn't talk about the charity along, so this is the first one you're talking about with the rules, right?
That's what I said. So I'm going to do this one cursorily. I'm going to.
Oh, did we just finish the toy along?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one started January. The charity along started January 1st. It's our year long. We every year for the past 3 years we've had a year long Cal Lal. We just thought it would be a nice idea. We started with Tea and Tails. We had 2 years of that, and then we had this one charity along for our first year. So it's our third year. We'll have.
I can't believe it's been that long.
Yeah, we're really excited about the one for next year. So we'll tell you about that a little later in the year. But this one, January 1st through December 31st, and as usual, loom, knit, and crochet. But we have the added, we're accepting sewn face masks because COVID isn't going away right now, and we still need face masks. So if you're doing those for charity, for first responders, medical workers, even for friends and stuff, that's charity.
Yeah.
As long as they're not buying it, those are accepted as featured patterns. And for 2 chances at a prize, and they are accepted in this group. It's the only place that we accept sewn objects is this charity long. It's the only kind of project, the face masks, okay? And let's see here. Our featured patterns and yarns for this, we have, let me see, I'm trying to find it. No, I thought I had it earlier. Okay, it's If Hat Not Hate is still going on, that's a featured pattern. Brittany's dishcloths are featured projects. Anything in my yarn, Laura's yarn, Taya's patterns, my one pattern, or Laura's patterns are all 2 chances at the finished object only. And if you they have to be for charity, okay? And if you put them together, the yarn and the pattern, then that's 3 chances at a prize. You right?
Yeah, I just had to get both of
them. Okay.
You can lean back again. I just had to reposition.
Okay. So those are the featured things. If you have questions about it, in the group, because if you are taking part of this, you have to be in the group, so you can just look it up, okay? Because it's all there.
Hang on, Mom. Here, if I'm going to be putting my feet up, you should have something to lean on.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. The hashtag is PHN Charity 2020, okay? So that's basically what it is, 1 WIP per project per week, all that kind of stuff, okay? All right. And the last set of prizes for this, we have West Yorkshire Spinners yarn. Well, I'm not going to tell you that because we do have 2 more prizes. They're both yarn.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to tell you what they are because we have so many winners. I don't want them to be confused.
Correct.
All right. So let's move along to our projects. Only 33 minutes in.
Actually, that's pretty good for us. We've gone 40 minutes in before.
It is. And I think we just do one by one because I have 8 and you have 7. So,
yeah.
All right. Let me just see here. All right, my first one you have not seen in years. In my Ploverbird Owls bag is my Autumn and Avonlea project from the Anne's Imagination Cowl, Green Gables inspired, by Tanya Marie Anderson.
I've forgotten that one.
Where is it? This one, I think.
Tanya would be thrilled you're working on that again.
Yeah. Okay, yes, this is it. So I did about 3 or 4 rows on this when I was waiting at the physical therapist. This is really soft. This is Skano yarn, I think.
Oh yeah. My
And-
only problem with Scano is they never tell you what weight.
They don't tell you what weight, and sometimes they don't even tell you the colorway. They just
Yeah,
they expect that you ordered it, and you should know. I guess it's great stuff that they have.
That's my only beef with them.
This got silk in it, and it's absolutely gorgeous.
So they
And-
actually told you at least what the
well,
composition
I can
was?
just feel it.
Oh,
You know, it's
okay.
very, very soft. And so this is a
Because
fun
alpaca is
pattern.
also very soft. So
But alpaca has a different feel to it.
yeah, it doesn't have the halo of alpaca.
Well, it might be alpaca and silk.
Yeah.
I don't have.
But even if it had any decent amount of alpaca, it would
I
have
have-
more of a halo.
I have 3 skeins of this. 3 skeins of this, and I have no ball band because they don't really send ball bands.
Because it doesn't feel like a linen or a
No, it's not linen.
or
This is
bamboo or anything.
it's got a slight sheen to it, so it's got either silk or bamboo in it. And I'm pretty sure it's some kind of silk.
Yeah, it doesn't feel enough like bamboo. I think you're probably right about it. So
And it's just a little frustrating that I don't have the, exactly what it is. But this is really pretty, and I love this color. Isn't it gorgeous? I mean, I just love it.
to refresh my memory, because I have the green glasses on, I don't feel like taking them.
Mauves and greens.
Is it kind of like modeled throughout?
It's a variegated, I think.
You see, now because I have the glasses, people who can't see color very well are going to get...
I think this is a variegated. I wouldn't call that pooling. Of course, it might be the way I'm knitting it as well.
Right. I mean, it all depends on your
Because
pattern.
it looks like this in the cake.
Well, it's got a little more of a halo than I thought it does.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so that might be an alpaca silk.
It might be cashmere.
It could... I don't remember cashmere having that much of a halo.
That's pretty much of a halo.
Does it? I mean, the cashmere I knit with
I always
didn't.
feel like alpaca is a little rough.
Not baby
Scratchy.
alpaca.
Yeah, if it's baby alpaca. I don't know. Like I said, this is what happens when we were on a club for a while, and we got a couple of things from Skano. We were always very happy with Skano, except for the fact that they never said what you got.
Mom, remember that very soft yarn that you that I picked up for that you gave me that red, white, and blue set?
Yeah, kinda.
It was from Craftsy before when they
Oh
still
yeah.
sold physical.
Mm-hmm.
That was alpaca. And
Was
remember
it?
how soft that was?
Vaguely.
Mom, it was like so delicious. I had to have it in a cow.
Yeah. So this is. I'm enjoying this. I'm glad I pulled this out because when I go to her physical therapy, because everybody wears masks,
Yeah.
everything, and I wash my hands. When I get in there, I wash my hands and then I start working. Make sure that nothing touches the floor except for my canvas bag, and I want it to be something small so I can fit a variety of projects
Right.
in the big bag. So the only thing I have is like whatever blanket I have in the bag, and then 2 or 3 smaller projects and my Kindle. So this I pulled out, that I got to find something small that I haven't worked on because I had like 2 or 3. I'm notorious for having 2 or 3 projects up to about Thursday. And I'm like, oh, I've got to
And
do
she'll be
something.
freaking out like on Tuesday. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna have enough projects. I'm like, Mom, it's Tuesday, and
Well-
she inevitably has more projects than I do. Almost usually, it's
fine.
very rare that I have more. And that has nothing to do with sickness. I tend to focus, I think, more on.
Well, I have to switch projects out because my hands bother me after a while.
Well, and also for me, because when I'm designing, if I want to make any progress on a design, I tend to be pretty monogamous. Well, not monogamous, not like true monogamy, but
Yeah. Well, that's part of the reason I had so little I think it was whatever we went to your PT. When I told you I only had so many projects, it was later because you were surprised at how late it was because I was trying to work out a design and that's what I was doing. And so I hadn't worked on anything else. But,
yeah, because designs will eat up because they're not very good at sharing. Okay, so I can't turn this one right now because I'm in the middle of a needle. Let's do this one. So in my Ravelry tote bag, it's a good enough tote. I mean, pretty sturdy. I prefer the
Maryland sheep and wool and
for
Shenandoah?
the SVFF, but the Maryland sheep and wool is the best one.
Yeah.
If I was to rate them in levels, this one I think would get a little bit more damp than either of those. It doesn't have the reinforced bottom.
Right.
It's slightly reinforced bottom, but it's not quite, because people really care about, my feelings about tote bags. But
Hey, we say what we say.
But,
You're getting
yeah.
us free and unedited? No. I don't mean free as in terms of free of cost. I mean,
well, this is
although
free
it
of
is free,
cost.
but I mean uninhibited.
Yeah.
Okay, getting what you get. This is a family-oriented thing. We don't mean that kind of uninhibited.
Drink your tea. So, my project matches my bag. This is...
Matchy matchy.
Yes, matchy matchy. This
First
is,
time I heard matchy matchy was Dawn.
Yep. And
from
she used to have the...
Wolf Farms
Wolf
podcast
Farms
with her
podcast.
husband.
Yep. They were really big when we first came out.
They were. They promoted us a fair amount. At the
Oh my
beginning.
gosh, she was so good about... So nice about promoting me. Because she was promoting me before you joined. So, this is my... basically, it's one of these. There's just the Brat the Kitten pattern that I designed.
That is Miss Peppermint
MPKC.
Kitty Cat.
This is MPKC.
Miss
Not the name of the pattern.
Peppermint Kitty Cat, if you please.
The pattern's name is Brat. This particular kitten is MPKC.
Miss Peppermint Kitty Cat.
And then this
She's
one...
very persnickety.
Yes, she is. Stay.
Maybe Snickerdoodles can make her a little bit happy here. There we go.
The reason I choose to show her is I feel like your gauge was better when you did her.
Snickerdoodles has got good gauge.
But I could tell he's an earlier one. For some reason, I like the way she turned out a little bit better. They both turned out well, but I really like the way she turned out. He's a little bit more elongated. You know, I wonder if
I probably carried the yarn.
You probably
on him.
carried the yarn where you didn't here. That's probably what the difference is. That's probably why I like the shape of her face better. But
Because of course you do.
this is for Davina for Christmas. This is Swift. And I'm almost done with the
So cute.
little back part. So right here. And then I have to do the legs, tail, ear. Which, that sounds like a lot I have to do, but it's really not that much.
Yeah.
Those
It's
can go
not
pretty
like
quick.
it's not like Tara's fins or York's wings. I do those two at a time. I get two different hooks and I do it, or I don't do two different hooks. I get to a point, use a lock and stitch marker, go to the other one, get to the point, and
Well,
then
the thing is with Tara is you're increasing for so long before you finally get to the point where you're going to be doing straight.
I love playing with Tara.
Well, she is like she's probably one of the designs I'm most proud of because I'm really happy with the way she turned out.
She came about because people were asking for sea turtles.
You know, I can't remember if they were asking for sea turtles or I just decided.
No, somebody asked for fins.
Oh, you know what? Someone was saying they wanted legs.
Yeah, or fins.
Or maybe someone was adding legs to my turtle, and
Yeah.
I was like, well, I should add legs.
Yeah.
To my
I don't know if it was
turtle.
Bonnie or if it was, I forget who it was. It was somebody who was a regular.
Yeah, and I was
person.
like, I should add my own, and I designed her. And she's, even though I'm not a turtle, she's one of the patterns I'm proudest of. So this is Plymouth yarn, core color spun, knitting worsted weight, and that's the main color that I'm using. And that was some yarn that Mom gave me, and I have a ton of it. I'm using in another toy that's knit.
I'm going to do bear out of that.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
That bear's so torn up. Not torn up, but
Poor bear.
he's loved.
Yes, he's going to be real. Okay, colorful. Okay, in my Ploverbird Mickey Mouse bag is my Colorful Birds wrap. I don't remember working on this, but I guess I did.
You must have.
This is from the Show Off Boomerang pattern by April Klitsch. Ty keeps wanting me to take this out and make a Surabelle.
Yep. But she doesn't listen to me.
No, I don't need a
I think it'd be
Surabelle right
so
now.
pretty as a Cerebell.
It would be.
It's not even my colors. I just think it would look gorgeous.
It would.
And I'm incredibly disappointed that she's ignoring me.
I don't feel like taking it all out. And honestly, this is something that is really easy on my hands. So when my hands are bothering me, I just have to worry about like a very, very small increase on one end or whatever, and then I just knit. So it's something I don't have to think about. So if I'm doing something like watching a movie with my husband or something, I don't have to think about anything. I just,
Still be prettier as a Cerebell.
So it looks pretty. It's pooling, and I like pooling. Unlike Kay, I like pooling. It looks pretty. It's got, and it's almost.
Oh, it's pretty. I just think it'd be pretty as a Cerebell.
It's almost got quasi stripes.
I have a semi-obsession with it needing to be a Cerebell.
I said, no, you do. It's not going to happen, I don't think.
No, it'll end up what she wants it to be because it's hers and it should end up that way. And it was a Mother's Day gift to her, and darn, she reads her yarn the way she wants. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna keep bragging.
If
on her.
she wanted it to wear herself, I would pull it out. But she doesn't want that to wear herself. She
No, I
wants
just want to see it exist.
And this is a huge skein, so it's going to make a fairly good size one. I think this is like 590 yards because it's actually larger than the Miss Babs.
You gotta understand, the Cerebel pattern is like magic. It makes like yarn that you can't imagine anything else look like phenomenal. It's like the magic pattern.
It's when I have a yarn, like a couple of times I've picked up colorways that were for the Fiber Festival, you know, with the Maryland Sheep and Wool or Shenandoah Valley Fiber Festival color from whatever vendor. I don't want to name a vendor at this point. And I look at it and I'm like, why did I do this? I don't know what I'm going to do with it. And I put it in a Cerebel and it looks gorgeous.
Right, exactly.
I mean,
so
Cerebel...
it's like magical. It's like you put it in a yarn and something gorgeous comes out.
And I've tried to find April Klitsch again to let her know again how much I like her pattern, and I can't find her.
Yeah, I don't know that she's not available anywhere.
She's just disappeared from the face of the earth. I found her, but you can't reach her through that.
Right. I wonder if there's a way to like stalk her on Instagram.
I don't know.
Wow, that sounds really super creepy.
I just wanted to tell her how much I really like this pattern. And I've been in contact with her, I believe.
Well, she featured your Cerebel several times because you made so many.
I made so many, yeah. And so she knows how much I like it. She probably couldn't put a name to me or anything like that because I'm sure a lot of people have made this. But this is my go-to. If my hands allow, I will sit there and I will make Cerebel after Cerebel after Cerebel. Just boom, boom,
And
boom.
unfortunately, guys, it's not available anywhere anymore. Mom has it from eons ago.
Now,
and it was free.
It was free. That's why Rena has a copy of it now. And the thing with this is I don't just use it for scarves and cowls. I've made blankets out of it. I've made stoles out of it. It's a very versatile, simple pattern. And I absolutely love it. Okay.
Whenever I hear stole, I think of Davina's obsession with mink stoles. And it's not like an obsession, like a...
Furs and...
Yeah, she just likes the idea of it. She thinks it's the height of decadence.
And fashion.
And fashion.
Fashion. Your turn.
Yes, I'm almost done with this needle, so I can then show this one. Let me... and then I think...
I really like this. Oh, and to answer your question, I think this is better hot.
Okay.
I mean, it's still good. But I think it's better hot. And that's just my opinion.
Right.
It's still really good.
Okay, so this is my pattern. People who are new, you will notice a trend. I'm not currently knitting anything that's not my pattern. Not because of any sort of planned thing. I design a lot, and then I have Christmas presents I'd already planned in my pattern. And I just tend to gravitate towards my own patterns.
Well, especially if you're not feeling quite up to par, you know exactly what you're doing.
Right. I mean, if it's... I generally write things so at least I understand it.
I get simple baby blanket patterns when she's not feeling well.
Oh yeah, she loves. She doesn't love when I don't feel well, but she does love the fact that when I'm sitting in my room sequestered away with like a migraine or something, I tend to write baby blanket patterns that are simple.
And they have multiple sizes, so I can I'll test out. Usually I test out her small ones. I'm not doing that right now because I was supposed to be making a Christmas gift, but it's not going to be a Christmas gift. I don't think. I haven't worked on it.
It might be like their whatever anniversary.
Might be. So
I don't know what special anniversary they have coming up next.
60, I think.
When's 60?
Oh, 60 was this year. That's right, because we wanted to do something special and COVID happened. There's 60th. They were married.
You'll get done for 65.
They I hope for that. They got married in 1959. So 60 was last year.
Okay.
Right?
I can't math right now.
Well, 59 to 19 should be 60, right?
You're asking... I
think
can't
so.
math.
I think so.
My brain is like cotton wool.
Yeah. So they're coming up on 61 this year in November.
But there was, besides the fact that we were talking about my patterns and why I knit so many of them, this is actually related to them as well. This pattern was designed for them. This is my Lovebirds Christmas stocking.
You have to understand they're pretty connected.
Oh, yeah.
They do everything together.
And they're in different alternating colors his is in the one that's in the pattern, which is the red with the green accents and the whites. Because I like those colors. And he doesn't have any preferences. And red's pretty guy.
Yeah.
And my grandma loves green. So, also to make sure he doesn't take her stocking.
Because he does. He takes things, he's not, he
put a little hole in his sweater, he'll use hers.
Hers, yeah.
His Fair Isle sweater. So, that's also why when I made them sweaters, I made it very obvious. Hers was very feminine with a yoke and everything.
He even wears her reading glasses.
Right, so it's like I had to make it super obvious because I didn't want him wearing her sweater.
We got her grandpa, because he's notorious for going, oh, that looks good. I want to taste. So we got him this big telescoping fork. It's like just...
But that's why they're different colors. Also, it's cute because
Yes.
then it feels more like a set.
They're very cutesy. They will wear matching things.
They will. So we have here the little lovebirds. Then the hearts. And it's kind of bunching right now because it hasn't been blocked yet. And then a very traditional chart of a man and a woman together. And I'm in the foot. And in that part of the foot, there are pigs.
Mm-hmm.
With
You
a
have to
little heart in the
understand about
center.
pigs. You have to understand about pigs. My father loves little pigs. And for a long time, he had a collection of little pigs. He eventually gave them to Talia.
I think I gave them back.
Did you?
Because I didn't have a place to put
Yeah,
them.
she has so much little space in her room. So he likes pigs.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
And
You need to do a pig. You need to do a pig dishcloth.
I need to eventually design a pig.
Yeah.
Like a little potbelly pig.
Because I thought
Yeah,
about doing
crochet.
that as well. I was looking at that, how to do
Yeah.
a pig. Yeah.
Eventually, that I have to make sure I have to add that to the list. Anyway, so that's why what's on this stocking is on this stocking. It's a little bit unusual. Also, because of what's on here, it's not necessarily just Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have snowflakes in the bottom part towards the foot, but it can be just left out all year round should they
Like
desire.
we do. If you go into our front room, which is over here, our living room, you'll see all of our stockings are all out.
Because Dad really likes Fair Isle. He likes the feel of it.
But all the stockings are out, including my
Yes, it
crochet
is.
one. They're all out.
But like he wouldn't have kept out ones that were
no, not the red ones.
not the ones that we bought that are like
no.
cloth or
These
whatever.
he likes the idea of the crafty kind of the color work, the
Mm-hmm.
craft oriented, like my crochet type stuff. It's out. They're all out.
And he was delighted when I started doing these. And after
Mm-hmm.
I finish this stocking for their Christmas present, I will then design another stocking because it's in my Christmas stocking bag.
You should maybe make kind of a mini stocking about maybe this big or maybe a little smaller, so people can make a garland, so they can hang it up.
Okay, we'll write that down in the show notes and I'll try to put it on the list.
Maybe child size,
Yeah, so this is my Silver Shirt USA Peanuts Christmas bag. And this only has Christmas stockings in it, just like the bag that Brittany gave me with my ornaments. Still has a Christmas ornament in it that's in progress. It's just because I have Christmas knitting that I have to finish. It's kind of been shoved to the background a little bit. I really should put some thought into it because it doesn't take that much time.
what?
And the ornament that's going, because it doesn't take that much time to knit.
What ornament?
I have an ornament design that's going,
Oh, okay.
and I haven't worked on it in a long time. And I
Okay.
really should put some thought into it
I
because
want an owl ornament.
put it on the list. Go ahead and put an owl stocking on there too. I know you want one. She's so spoiled.
I am. Of course, she gets yarn support. She's not spoiled at all.
Not at all. So, yeah, that's what this is. I'm about... I've just started the second chart of the foot, and then I have the final chart before I can do the toe and then finish the afterthought heel.
Very cool.
So, yeah, if I focus, I think I could have a good chance to finish this in time for Christmas. So, they don't know about this.
No. No, they do not.
I'm very excited about it because I think, first of all, they're going to be excited that it might take a little while for me to be able to get them to completely understand that no knowledge I made this, but I designed it for them.
They'll like that.
Uh-huh.
My mother will be over the moon. Mm-hmm. She loves that kind of stuff. My mom is very knitworthy. So is my dad, for that matter.
Oh, yeah,
But
I think he's actually started to wear my sweater I made him down a little bit. Well, you know, where sometimes where it gets a little thin
Oh,
in
right.
areas,
Gotcha.
Because I made him one with, it was that brown yarn that we had like an excess of forever.
Yeah,
it was a gorgeous dark brown.
Not lamb's wool. I had some for a scarf or something.
Yeah. Gosh, I can't remember.
We got it from our local yarn store before it closed.
But it was not superwash.
Yeah. That's why I didn't like it very much. I wish I could remember it.
It was kind of like a one ply.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Or a
very
very loose ply.
It was very rustic.
Yeah.
And
And it would go from like a medium brown to like a dark brown in sections.
it's gorgeous. Oh, I remember that. Oh, yes, I gave you some of that.
Well, because you got it in different weight than I did.
Yes.
Because you were going to do a matching scarf to my sweater.
Right. Oh, what was that called?
It began with an L.
It wasn't Lopi, was it?
Oh, heck no.
What was it?
I don't know. It's not over
Not
here.
Lambswool. I don't remember.
I'll look it up.
The color was gorgeous.
Oh, it was
gorgeous.
absolutely beautiful. I don't even know if they still... if you want to do your next project, I'll look up this.
Are you done with yours?
I'm done, yeah.
Okay,
I'm going to look up my old projects and see if I can find out what that yarn is.
Apparently, this is the week of doing things I hadn't been working on. Because this one, in my Night Owl bag, is the... Oops.
Is your oops?
I lost my show notes. Okay. It's the Night Owl project from the Who Owl Help Cook and Clean pattern by Amy Marie. It's my Ploverbird Woodland Creatures Park bag. And Tanya gave me this pattern. I don't know what she gave it to me for, but she gave it to me. And it's supposed to be a dishcloth and cotton yarn, but I was using cotton yarn and it was bothering my hands. So I started doing the acrylic. This is a mosaic pattern. And I'm making actually a little wall hanging.
Aw.
Or I might, if I decide I like it, never get it done in time, I might later on make squares and make something like a lapgan or something. But I did a little bit of this when we were in the waiting room, because another one I pulled out. Can you see? The bottom of the owls are starting to...
Excuse me. I apologize, guys.
This is Knit Picks Brava worsted in the Celestial, and I think it's Dove Heather or Heather Dove or whatever. So, yeah, I did a little bit of this. I like mosaic knitting. I can do it. I don't know why.
Are you in the mosaic knitting group on Facebook?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
They're really sweet there.
They are. I haven't done anything. I was going to invite you because I wasn't sure if you were there. or
I
not.
was there because they had posted something about how to really get your patterns out even if you aren't on Ravelry.
Right.
And when I mentioned I was a designer, they said, "Oh yeah, share your patterns here." So they're really sweet. Like a
Yeah,
lot
they
of places, like a lot of the Fair Isle groups I'm in are kind of like, "Don't you dare mention that you designed this, or
Yeah.
you're like a horrible person."
Well,
The cable group, I almost left for that.
I really like them. They seem nice. I haven't been very active over there because I haven't been doing mosaic.
Right.
But, and they're allowing mosaic crochet now too.
Yeah,
So that's really good. So anyway.
we're talking about the same group.
Yeah. So this is it. I'm hoping to make more progress on it. I think I started this like 2 years ago. I started right when she gave it to me, and I just put it away and got sidetracked with other things. I think we had, the move from Ravelry. We had health issues and all that kind of stuff, and it kind of just got lost in the shuffle. So I'm working on it now, and it was something I was like, I need little projects to put in my bag.
Right.
So I brought my the big bag I brought was my Ninja Turtles, but I got there to work on it and I was like, I don't have the color I need. So I had to do something else, read stuff and all that kind of stuff. All right, your turn.
I regret how clever I apparently think I am with my naming of things.
Okay, you need to...
I'm just making sure. I think this might be it. That's why I'm pulling it up. It's thinking... When I always would cleverly name my projects when I was still on Ravelry, and now trying to find an old project page in my notes is like really hard. I'm like, wait a second, it was that thing that I worked on for Grandpa, and I'm scrolling through, I'm like, what did I call that thing? Because apparently my cleverness is bad. Okay, I'm going to lay this here because it's taking sweet time thinking. I'll show you the next one.
My tea is almost gone.
So is mine. So in my I don't know what this is bag,
Pink flowers.
pink flower. It's got a little bit of a quilted quality to it, which I do like, but it's not as nice as the one Maureen gave me.
Right. Well, you say your Vera...
Well, it's definitely not Vera Bradley.
Vera Bradley wannabe bag.
Because this is not a quality bag.
Vera Bradley wannabe.
Yeah, because look at that. That's not a Vera Bradley.
My Vera Bradley's upstairs, I think, in mine. Mine's green.
But this is some sort of horrible knockoff.
My Vera Bradley was a gift from my parents for Christmas or my birthday or something. I said, I really want a Vera Bradley bag, but they're too expensive. And they were like, well, we went in and they said, what size do you want? And I chose a size that, it's a fairly good size, but it wasn't overly, and I think it was on sale too.
Right.
And so they bought me that for my birthday or Christmas or whatever it was. I love it. It's a beautiful bag, but I don't make a habit of getting designer bags. It's just,
It's
a bag.
It was a gift, and
Well, they told me I could have it whatever I wanted. I really wanted just one. So,
well, and it's lasts because there is a reason why they are
so good.
so good. But this is definitely not. Well, the project that I thought was for my grandpa that I picked was actually when I made my dad's socks.
You need to...
Okay, well, I was doing this while you were talking about your Vera Bradley. So, in my not quite as nice as all the other possible bags it could be bag.
But it's a good workhorse bag.
It is a good one.
Workhorse bag.
Well, the only problem is I'm afraid this
Yeah.
is not a very, like, when you have a lining that comes up, this wasn't what it was made for. Actually, yes, I do have a tear in this lining.
Yeah.
I thought I did. I had to be careful, like, I can't put anything in here where something might fall in between the lining and the bag. But I needed a bag.
Well, if
at
our
the time.
seamstress is still open by the time we get off
No,
the
you
quarantine,
can't seam that. Look at that.
She could. She could. The seamstress there could. You just... like that. And she'd be able to do it.
You have, because you'd have to,
She would just, she'd be able to do it. She'd turn it inside
yeah.
out. And she'd,
but anyway, in this bag that I have been abusing for the past few minutes is my project. Well, the pattern is Oops the Bunny, Shockers designed by me, and I actually got quite a bit of progress on him this week. I was hoping to finish him before October 1st, but then I had a stretch where I wasn't feeling well and I couldn't get as much of him done as I wanted to. So this is my Comfort Purple Bunny. Purple Comfort Bunny, also known as Comfy. Comfy Bunny.
so cute. He's very Halloween-y.
Oh, I don't really think of him as Halloween.
Purple.
Yeah.
He's adorable.
So I know his muzzle's in here somewhere. It must
Not
have got
not scary Halloween-y. Not Freddy Krueger Halloween-y. Casper the Ghost Halloween-y.
His muzzle is here somewhere.
You want to take a look?
I thought I stuck it inside his body, but no, that's not it. Did I stick it inside this one? Or am I stuck inside this?
Yeah, I don't see it, Ty. It's not in here.
Well, it exists somewhere. I thought I stuck it inside his
In
body.
one of the pockets, maybe?
Hopefully I didn't lose it. I don't really feel like making it again.
I wonder if it fell into the
Into the seam.
seam. No.
Okay, hold on one second, Mom. I need the bag
Yeah,
back.
I just had my wings caught.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me actually.
It has eaten it.
So I did have a muzzle done.
Okay.
There's the ear.
Okay.
So I have
Wait a minute. You are very talented.
upper body, head, lower body. I have muzzle in there somewhere. Thought I'd finished the muzzle. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't.
Maybe you were doing something else and you thought you were doing the muzzle. Did you do the tail already?
No, I didn't. Maybe I didn't do something small. I misremembered with all the two different toys.
Right.
That might be it. It might be that I wrote it in different order in the pattern.
Well, you might have done the muzzle on the kitty cat or something. Thought you did the bunny.
I did do the muzzle on the kitty cat. So
So cute.
I'm in the process of one ear.
You're so bright and cheery.
Yeah, I probably just because usually I thought I always used to do head, muzzle, then the rest. But I guess I do the big pieces first, and then I write it in small pieces.
I don't pay attention to your order.
I try to keep it consistent.
I don't pay attention to her order. It depends on what I feel like doing, as witnessed by the fact that my turtles have no heads right now.
I usually try to get the head done first
I didn't feel like it.
because I like having a little face staring at me while
I
I'm
do
making
too,
the rest of it.
but I have to pay attention with the head just to make sure I have the eyes where they're supposed to be. Not because it's difficult, but because I want to make sure they're in the right place. And I can't do that while I'm watching television.
right.
So I can do it while I'm listening to a podcast or something, but not while I'm watching television, so I don't get a chance to do it as often.
Right.
All right.
That's it for me.
Okay, my next one is in my PHN Blue Face. This is our classic bag. Okay. And in here, most of you who have seen this podcast for any length of time know that this is my Taste of Autumn shawl project from the Scrap Shawl pattern by Anastasia Zattel. And I did a little bit of this, and then I just, like yesterday, we were watching a movie, and I didn't feel like doing anything. I just watched the movie. I was going to wind up yarn for dyeing yarn and stuff like that. No, I didn't want.
It's like you don't have it.
I didn't have it. I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. So, because I've been getting up at 3:30, and because of Ty's PT, I've been getting to bed later than I wanted to, because we're trying to determine a better way of doing it.
Yeah, we are.
And
Because unfortunately, if we do it before their time together, it pushes Dad's bedtime back because I can't control the speed necessary. Some days it's really hard for me to do my PT.
And arguably, I can get a nap in, but I don't always. So anyway, this is.
You hardly ever.
Can you see this? The bottom is now brown.
I think it's looking great.
Thank you so much. It's getting big. It's almost done. I think this should be done relatively soon if I can just find the time to work on it. And I'm not sure I'm going to do the border the way it calls for, because on crystals it gave me a lot of trouble for some reason.
Did it hurt your hands, you mean? Or
I got off somehow. It doesn't. You can't really tell. I could tell. But it looked really pretty anyway. I'll see what I want to do. For some reason, I had some issue with it, and if I start having issue with it, you're going to get a slightly different.
That's fine. Whatever works. You know, I'm not going to whine and complain. I like the shape of it. I'm still getting the shape.
Yeah.
I just can't believe I can't find.
Okay, your turn.
Yes. So, I'm still looking for that project page so I can tell you that yarn, which no one cares about anymore.
I think I need to take this off. It's getting hot. I'm sorry for being so sloppy on here, but I got up this morning. I'm like, I got up late, and I'm like, I don't want to do anything. So you're getting
Well,
quarantine
it feels like we're actually just sort of hanging out with me with my feet up and you dressed however. You're just coming to our home. We're hanging out. I hope you have your cup of whatever.
Yep, a little something to eat if you want to. I didn't have anything to eat today, but
Your stomach handling that okay? Okay.
it was a good choice.
So in my nursing caps on a pale field bag is a design that you don't get to see.
Aw. Okay. My next one is in my PHN Chameleon bag. Oh, here it is. The bag that goes with this. Well, the pattern, not the toy. Okay. This was our 5-year Podiversary kit. And this is my At the Bottom of the Hill scarf project. This is a modified pattern I saw in a book in the store down the bottom of the hill. I didn't see the pattern, just saw the stitch. And this is kind of it's kind of a rough of a possible design. So I'm going to figure out how to stop this from curling. Problem is this is acrylic and I'm not going to be able to block it. But that's okay, it's just a scarf. You can see all the work I got done on it from here. I got good 4 or 5 inches, 6 inches.
It's quite long, Mom.
So
and I didn't have to fix it for it this week.
She had to fix it for me 2 weeks ago because I yarned over or something.
It was something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I was lucky, blessed that I didn't miss a stitch. It didn't ladder. I just.
Well, yeah, because you added one.
Yeah, and this is all I have left, so I don't know how much longer this is going to be. This might end up being a short cowl. It's already this long, so it's really pretty. I like this yarn. I like James C. Brett Chunky. It's a very good value for the money, and they have pretty colorways. You know, they don't have a lot of colorways necessarily, but they have pretty colorways. The bunny that Talia was doing, the purple one, is James C. Brett also.
Yes.
So, you know, I like the way, I just like this. It's very pretty.
I might have to give up on trying to find this because it's really going to bother me what that yarn was.
I can't want to say it's lamb's wool.
It's not lamb's wool.
I can see it in my head.
Well, you know what? It might have been shepherd's wool. No,
shepherd's wool was
it
what
wasn't
I
shepherd's
had.
wool. Because I made a blue sweater out of it too. It was the same brand.
Here, do yours. I might have a small one up here. I don't know if I have the bottom.
Because, you know, when it's in your head and you wish you could remember. Anyway, so I barely worked on this one in my tortoise versus hare bag. This was, I think, the first tortoise versus hare bag. And this is a cowl design. And I worked like part of a row and didn't get much more on
I
it.
think I actually got rid of it, Talia.
You probably gave it
gave
to
it
me.
to
Yeah. What I'm going to actually do is see if I can find the one I made for myself. What's it in?
It was really pretty.
That's Davina's.
Very, very deep brown that kind of had subtle gradation in it.
Yeah.
It was real pretty.
And I'm thinking if I can find the one I made for myself, I can look up their colorways if they still have it.
Did you finish your...
I did
Is
finish
it my
mine.
turn?
Yes, it is your turn.
Okay. My next one is in my Silver Shed USA Davina's Owl bag. She designed this for me and made it. So this is a unique bag, and I absolutely love it.
And the tortoise hair that I just showed was also made for us by...
Oh, Anne's made, the Foon bag, the chameleon one I just showed you, the classic one with our faces on it, those are Anne bags that are custom made.
Exactly.
She does all our custom bags.
Yes.
So this is the Pesty Westy baby blanket from the migraine baby blanket. In baby blanket? I don't know why that says that. Okay.
Yeah, it probably was just a typo, Mom.
Yeah, I probably cut and paste. So I did a little bit of work on this. I was looking for this to take with me and work on. I couldn't find it. That's why I worked on something else that had similar color.
You wanted that color. You knew that much.
Yeah. Well, I think I picked up the other one by mistake, so I didn't even know I had that. This is the front. No.
Let me see.
This is the front.
That's the front.
Okay. I like the other side better.
You always do.
Okay, so I made some progress on this, and this might be a little smaller than the preemie it's supposed to be because she changed her dimensions a little bit, and I'm not sure I have enough yarn, but it'll still be a nice lovey or something. This is a really pretty yarn. It's, let me see, Red Heart with Love in the Peacock colorway. I don't normally buy Red Heart, but this one's actually fairly soft, and I had it in my stash. So it was, and I think you might get used. I love this color. I know it's in the Peacock. It's just gorgeous. It reminds me of teals. I love this color. So, and yeah, I'm using US 7s for this Talia pattern.
So now I have to go on to... I found another area where I could look, but I'll do that afterwards. I have just another bag to show because... And you're going to see the top of the yarn for this one. Yeep! This is in my... I think it's my Shenandoah bag. I can't see it very well from my angle.
Yes.
And that has a baby blanket. Eep!
Why am I cold again? Poop doodles.
And so I can't show you that because everything... When I'm working on a design that hasn't been released yet, you can't see it.
Not unless you go on the...
No, that's the Patreon thing. So...
Okay.
That's why it's like... Yeah, that's why you're going to have a lot you can't see for right now.
All right. In my Kiki Boo Owl's Holiday Owl bag, this is by Denise, who is Knitting Den, and I don't think she does podcasting anymore. I think she has her shop still. I know she does her local shop, or did for a while. So... In here is my Happy Preemie Hat project, and this is the yarn. I'm not sure what yarn this is. I had it in my stash. It's very bright. Let me see. Oh, I'm actually holding two yarns together for this. One is multicolored and one is green, lime green. So I'll get a kind of a worsted weight for this, and I just started this one, so takes care of that.
You're finishing your projects too quickly.
Come on, your turn.
Holly.
I'm going to finish the next one really fast.
You're mean. Okay, so in this bag, this is from Knitter's Magic, my brown soft bag. Another design and project.
That's our LYS.
Yes, it is our LYS.
Okay, this bag, this is my Mama C bag. No.
Is that your last one, Mom?
Yes. This is my Stitched by Mimi bag. It's my, that's Sandy. Thank you, Sandy. I think she made an apron with this, and she made the bag out of leftovers or something. I absolutely love it. All the teacups and stuff. It's one of my... I love my bags. I love the bags people give me because they mean something. They're special. So this is it's design in progress. I can't show you, and it will probably be completely different by the time I can show you because I'm not sure I like the way it's going, but it's in here. So that takes care of that.
I'm just checking 2 more project pages before I give up completely because... It's like I can't find either of the ones I made with that yarn. Which is like, it's cruel and unusual. I know and things that I'll go to my stash and be like, why did I remember that?
Do you have anything left?
I don't have any FOs.
Do you have anything left for your whips?
No, I had less than you.
Okay.
Fewer than you.
In my FOs, I have, also in my Kiki Boo Owl's bag, is my Fire Engine red preemie hat. And this is going to go to Kim. So that got finished.
Yay. We need to send off the
Dishcloths?
The dishcloths and the baby hats and those
Yeah.
kind of things.
That way I'll only have the pregnancy center stuff to worry about.
Right, so that way it's not just all hanging out, because I think that we have quite a bit that's just hanging out here.
Yep. We did get the stuff to Evan's home 2 weeks ago, so we got it to our local yarn shop, and Laura will take care of that for us.
Yeah.
Okay, so that takes care of finished objects. What's next?
Do you have any? I'm trying to remember.
Oh, I have graphic novel.
You do have graphic novel, and that goes
Yeah.
before beads and strings. So
Okay, graphic novel. Okay. Let's see. I did make a card.
all right, I give up.
Okay. This is the envelope. Okay, you see that, and then the back. And then that's the front. I want to make sure you can't read this. See? That's like a little note pinned to the wall. So you have this, and then you open it up like that. And this is going out to somebody. That's why I didn't want you to be able to read it.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that yesterday. It took me maybe about an hour. I like making cards. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
So this will be going off later on today or Monday. So that's my graphic novel.
Yes. Okay, so now for me, sorry, I'm just trying to find my beads and string.
I'll be right back. I'm going to put this with the stuff that's going out so it doesn't get damaged.
Okay, so in my rosary box, I think I showed this before. This one I showed. I just been waiting to put it in the shop, which is why it's still here. Just has little has the Shroud of Turin with Jesus' face on there. And a nice little Marian centerpiece, yellow cord. The one that's new is, it was an idea given to me by someone who is from Spain. It was really wanting a longer rosary. And she may or may not purchase this. If she decides not to purchase it, I made it according to what she kind of expressed that she wanted. But if she decides not to purchase this, it will still be going up in the shop.
That's really pretty.
So it's got it's got Our Lady in centerpiece with the Jerusalem cross in the back. And I'm not bringing it really up close because it's kind of hard to see unless you're really on it because of the gunmetal coloring. And then just a nice little cross in the gunmetal on the bottom. She wanted a black cord. And these are new to me beads for the hematite. These are, instead of being round,
They're elongated.
they're elongated, which gives it the length that she wanted. So this, I'm kind of excited about having a new shape and a new length.
And this is really nice. I looked at the beads over there, and it's about the same length. I have it's some kind of black pearl kind of thing from Jerusalem when people come to our church that I picked up a few years back, and this is about that long, so it's going to fit over her head just fine.
Yeah.
So
Because that was her preference. It was easiest for her to carry her rosary with her that way. This isn't a piece of jewelry, but she's not using it as jewelry. She just wants an easy access to it.
yeah, she just wants to be able to be sure that she can carry it because women's clothing doesn't always have pockets and stuff like that. So
Well, that's why I have a
yeah,
detachable pockets.
I lost mine. I don't know where it went.
I need a pouch instead because
Yeah.
these do come undone.
Well, I'm going to talk to Anne, I think, about maybe, because I looked online and couldn't find anything I wanted, so I'm going to talk to Anne. Anne will make it for us.
Okay, so yeah, this may or may not be going up to the shop for other people. Depends on whether or not the lady from Spain decides to pick it up. It was kind of fun, though, because she was talking in Spanish and typing in Spanish, and I was typing in English, and we kept having to translate for each other. And at one point, I had to look up a word because it meant two very different things that could also make sense. So, yay for, internet and because in another day and age, she and I could not have communicated.
Right, it would have been a little bit different. So.
Yeah, so it's very cool.
Okay, so, stash enhancements?
I guess we are there, aren't we?
Yeah, how many do you have?
Well, I have all the tea, which is partially you, so we'll
Yeah.
do that together. That's it.
Okay, tea. All right.
Do you have anything besides the tea?
Nope.
Okay, so let's do the Plum Deluxe first, and then I'll bring up the big one.
Okay.
I'll do mine first, I guess, and then you do your plum deluxe.
It's getting to the time where we do kind of reorganize and refill our tea stash.
Yeah. So this kind of has a good smell to it. I'll have to try it soon. I'm not sure if it's one of the other teas is bleeding off on it, but
I had this for a while. I think I gave it to you.
yeah, I think you
This
did. I
smells
think
good.
I liked it. This is House Blend Black Tea. Then I really like Brunch in Paris Black Tea. I've already
Yeah. We both got this. We already have this.
yeah, I already cracked into it this time. And then I got some more fog cutter.
I got spicy caramel apple herbal tea. I do like.
I don't always like the appley teas because they tend to be weak for my taste.
I like that one. It has because the apple is not strong, but the spice is. It's like a cinnamon. Let me see.
I don't actually have a problem with cinnamon, but I'm a little cautious about cinnamon because for a while I thought that was an issue for me.
Yeah, cinnamon chips. This one is new to me. It's called Custard Apple Herbal Tea, and I think it's actually new. And this one might be light because it's got green rubios in it. But I tend to like the apple spice teas and apple teas. You know, I like the chocolates too, but right now I seem to be gravitating to some of the other things.
Yeah. So this looks like a huge box. I guess it is a huge box of tea. It's not Plum Deluxe. This is Simpson Vale because I needed to restock on some of my Simpson Vale and I wanted to try a new one. So Mom picked up some too.
Which I haven't seen yet. I don't remember what I picked
Ooh.
up.
So their sample one, because they always send a sample one. Last time they sent a sample, I gave it to Mom because I think I tasted it. It wasn't my cup of tea. Cup of tea.
See what she did? She did that. She went there.
I gave it to her because she really enjoyed it, and you should have kept the things because then I could have picked up more for you. But we think we found which one it was. But this one is pumpkin spice black tea. Black tea's flavoring and marigold petals. I wish they would tell me what flavoring was.
Yeah.
Though.
I have to be careful with black tea. I don't always like the black teas. 'cause
Whereas
they're
I do
strong.
like black tea. They sent me a catalog, which is evil because I do love their catalogs.
Yeah, the catalogs are awesome.
Not that I ever pick up anything from the catalog, but I like seeing all the gift sets because they have a literary tea sampler, gift box. Ooh, that's actually a really good idea.
I had a gift box that I got from Walmart one time, just before we started getting into the real designer kind of teas and stuff. And it had a really cute little tin box.
Yeah, and this has so there's a literary sampler, and they have one with the little bags like these. Where'd it go?
Right here.
Oh, okay. And then they have one with the tins.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like little small
little
tins.
baby tins. I like those
So
tins.
I'm thinking it's like
Like the circle ones.
You're right. It'd be really nice for like stitch markers or keeping a rosary in. Like I kind of half want one just because I want the tins.
I love the tins. I used to get those.
And it's not a bad price. It's not even It's like $28.
Borders used to have those because I have some that were teas like that. Little, and they're great for stitch markers and things.
Yeah, I think that's, and they have it for like all their different ones, little set things like for their dessert tea sampler tins gift. So that you can get little gift. I like gift.
Oh, that's fun.
Okay, put it that way. Okay, so you did end up getting this one, Mom. Your national park one.
What are you talking about?
Simpsonville National Park Tea Collection, Rocky Mountain.
Oh, okay.
Because this one has, I've forgotten that you did decide to pick it up. Black teas, raspberry leaf, raspberry flavors, sage leaf, and raspberry pieces. Because if it wasn't the one you liked, I said, well, I know I'll like that.
Right, and it sounds a lot like the raspberry sage I used to drink from the bookstore.
So,
Isn't that a pretty can? I love the cans.
and then this one's mine. Simpsonville, William Shakespeare's black tea blend. And enjoy a hot cup in the company of Macbeth, Hamlet, Othello, or anyone in the Bard's vast pantheon with the Shakespeare-inspired blend that brews to an amber cup and has it has a sweet floral taste. I added nice in there. Ingredients: rose Congo black tea. I think that's what made me go for it. I'm like, I have no idea what that is. I want to try it. Lavender petals, rosemary, and bergamot oil. Now I would have thought this would be light, but it is a black tea.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also got the bergamot oil. And usually the bergamot oil and black tea combination makes it a little stronger. So I still think I'll really like this. And I've been wanting to try it. Oh, here's your Jane Austen.
My Jane Austen. That's the one I just tasted, right?
Yes, that was the one that you really liked. And
Funnel-
as soon as you had a full cup of it yourself, you're like, I really need this. I'm like, let's order this now.
Funnily enough, this is also black tea.
Yes. Well, because I think the mint
Yeah.
overwhelms it. And I needed to get more because I'm about halfway through and I didn't want to run out. And it's a nice amount. It's 4 ounces, so it lasts a while. Especially when you're alternating with Plum Deluxe. And this is the other new one. Oh, Mom, this is so good. You're going to like trying this. Okay, so this is Louisa May Alcott's green tea blend. And I don't usually go for green teas, but it just sounded so good. I actually looked at Mary Shelley's, wasn't sure I really wanted to put on the wish list. I put several on the wish list, I wasn't sure, but this one sounded good. Enjoy dessert with the March Sisters and our Louisa May Alcott blend. A combination of strawberry and almond flavors on a green tea base that brews to a distinctive ecru cup. So it's green tea, apple pieces, which I knew what flavoring was, strawberry pieces, and rose petals. And I think it might be a little light for me, but they said there was an almond taste in there. So I'm wondering if the flavoring is the almond flavor.
Probably is.
Because that's what sold me. Is I love nutty teas.
I think I'll have to taste that one because strawberries, I'm not always a big fan of strawberry tea. It's a very light.
And this might not be a tea I pick up again if it's too light for me, but I'm hoping the nuttiness of it will kind of make it another. I like to have a couple of gentle tea, not super light teas, but ones that are good on the stomach. And this is actually 2 to 3 minutes versus 3 minutes.
Oh, that's
of the black
interesting.
teas.
Yeah.
So if I really want a fast cup of tea,
Yeah, this is good because Andy's teas are wonderful, but a lot of times they're 5 to 6 minutes.
well,
So if
that's
I'm-
because of the ones you choose.
Right. Well, that's
Yeah.
the only ones I can
Yeah.
speak to. These are about half the time, so if I'm in a hurry,
Right. So like
you're not supposed to be in a hurry when you have
Yeah.
tea, but
this one's supposed to be 3 minutes.
So is that
and
one.
this one is as well. So, so yeah, usually Mom's right. If I'm in a rush because I didn't plan well enough in time for a podcast or something for the Patreon, I just want a cup of tea to go with it. I'll do one of my Simpson and Vales because I know they're faster.
yeah, but just for you tea people out there, don't rush your tea. It's supposed
Well, no,
to be
we aren't
enjoyed.
rushing the tea. We're rushing the prep
Process,
so we
is
can
it?
enjoy the tea.
So, okay, and I owe you monies for that. Okay.
Yes, I'll have to pull it off. I was wondering if, because it was a whole box of Simpson Vale, they would send a receipt with it, and I could just circle it. But I'm glad to go to my Amazon.
Okay. All right. So now what? Okay. This is the writing and reading and stuff like that.
Yes, because I don't think I have anything else physical.
Okay, I did write some on the shared story. I wrote more on it during the beginning of the week, and then things kind of went to pot for writing. I also did, I'm not sure if I did it this week or last week, where I did like a 2,400 word free write for the Percolator. Was that last week or this week?
I don't know. I'm not up to date on the Percolator.
Well, I wrote-
That's our writing
Yeah.
group on Facebook.
I wrote about a character who's been on the shelf for a while, who's informed me that it is not the other person's story, it is his story. So we will see what happens. 'Cause I usually write ensemble casts. You know,
Your male characters tend to steal from your female characters. You should talk to them about that.
except for Zarina.
Okay.
Yeah.
But,
So
they're kind of rude. You need to address that.
yeah, I do ensemble casts, and it's like I put down when we were talking about something, and I said, my characters talk to me, they listen to me, and then they do whatever they want. So I might start out.
That sounds crazy. It's a writer thing. Trust
Yeah, it's a
us.
writer thing. It's
We don't actually believe characters talk to us.
No, I don't hear voices in my head. I mean,
I
that's
thought I should maybe emphasize that we aren't hearing
insane.
stuff.
No. It's just a way of talking.
But it feels right.
Yeah.
You have a good feel for what the character, what would be in character for them, because they feel so real to you.
And it should if you're writing them. So
Yeah.
So they anyway.
I just felt like I should emphasize that.
Yeah, but we're really not crazy. So that he's a character that went on the shelf. I have some very strong characters in that, so we're going to see what happens with that. And see if I can resurrect that story. But I did some writing on that, and then on the shared story, I have to pull out my other one and see if I can finish editing it. Maybe I can get it self-published, but I just don't. I don't know. I don't know if I can do that
Well, I
again.
looked into self-publishing when I was considering doing an actual physical book. And if you guys are interested in that, actually, please let me know if that is a medium that is good for you. Because I'd have to be sure of profits before I ever went toward that, because Amazon takes quite a bit of your, takes quite a cut. And that would be the easiest way to go, is through Amazon. But if you are the kind of people who like to have everything together in a book and in collections, like say the Bunny book or the, I don't know, I don't have enough turtles right now. Christmas patterns.
You could actually tortoise versus hare book.
Tortoise versus. I have so many bunnies though.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah. Tortoise versus hare.
I mean, because in that you could have the three turtles, how many bunnies, plus your bunny butt, your it could be knit and crochet.
Yeah, it could be. So it's just like I have things that can be in collections together, but would that be something that people would find of interest, having either a physical copy, which costs a little bit more, or someone was sneaking around. A physical copy which costs a little bit more, or a digital copy. So whatever you guys think, just let me know. I don't even know if that's something anyone's interested in, or if you guys just prefer just going through digitally.
Right.
Through Etsy and stuff.
Okay, and now reading, I'm still reading Queen by Timothy Zahn. It's kind of fallen by the wayside with everything else I'm doing, but, I Pray Like Mary and St. Paul for Every Day of the Year, and I've got a Mother Teresa book that Talia gave to me that I'm reading her, and it's just little snippets of whatever. You just kind of read a little bit.
It's like a daily meditation
daily meditation kind of thing. So, yeah, that's basically what I'm doing there. I'm not listening to much, reading wise or anything. I'm not watching much in the way of podcasts. If something pops up, I think I watched Chronically Crocheting. I listen to a bit of Cozy Up Knits. I usually do that when I'm doing stuff in the bathroom, getting ready for the day to start, things like that. So I'm usually listening rather than watching. Yeah.
I think that I'm pretty sure I've listened to my Great Courses Plus. I usually do during the week, at least a little bit. And then I've been reading on and off of the different books that I have going. Most of them have some connection to using whatever, like either chronic illness and living a life of faith, or things like that. Not because it defines me, but it is a big part of my life, and it's nice to see something that's religious that does help you deal with that as well, in particular. Just like people who like to have women study Bibles or whatever. It's just a similar idea. So that's mostly the kind of things I've been reading. Oh, and on a completely different, like complete opposite of anything religious, it's Catherine the Great biography. I think I started picking up a saint biography because so many people were just so horrible. Catherine the Great's book, I needed to read about some nice people, and I think I mentioned that last week.
And we have been doing a lot of brainstorming for the shared story.
Yes.
And I also have started looking for things. Taya's done the chronic illness. I have started looking for caregiver stuff. I have found some things that I will be looking into. That's one of the reasons I got the Mother Teresa book. I found a couple of other ones, and Taya gave me a couple of other ones. And it's just caregiving is... It can be draining sometimes in a different way from being chronically ill. And it's not saying that you resent it or anything like that. It's just tiring sometimes. And sometimes if you talk to people who aren't involved in it, they don't get it.
Well, and also I know that sometimes, even though I get it on an intellectual level, I sometimes also have trouble getting it simply because I don't necessarily feel that I need a caregiver in the way of, like, I think a lot of people tend to think caregiver like when you have an elderly parent or something like that, and it comes in all the ways, shapes, and forms. But sometimes I have to remind myself, yes, she does have a caregiving aspect with your stuff, even though you don't necessarily feel that way.
Right. Well, I mean, just the fact that I had to be available.
Right. Exactly.
I don't have to. It's not like I have to do bedside nursing or help her to the bathroom, help her shower. I don't have to do any of that. It's not intensive caregiving, but it is.
It's the emotional aspect.
And it is constant.
Yeah, it is constant.
I have at home 2 people who need that. And my husband's very good. He's also a caregiver. And he's just not home all the time because his work, and that's he would like to be here, but he can't because somebody has to make money for that for us. So
Well, and also there's the fact that as a caregiver, you can't just get up and go. You have to keep in mind other people's needs and lives and whatever. And yes, I know that's what parents do in general, but it's a little bit.
well, it's what we do in general, but
Yeah.
it stops for most people
Yeah.
at age 18 or 21 or whatever it is. We don't resent it. It's not that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that
You needed some spiritual support.
I need some support. I found a nice Catholic / Christian caregivers group, and they're good. I haven't been active there, but it's
Sometimes it's nice to be able to read the stuff, right?
just read the stuff and see what's going on. And of course, I have my religious groups, and these books now will be helpful when I finally get to the chance to start reading them. And I started journaling about it a little bit too, my stuff like that. So
So yeah, I mean, I know we've reached out to the caregivers in the past, but we do like to every once in a while emphasize that, you are recognized for the load that is, and that, even if you aren't in your life, it's, if even though in your life really registers what you're doing is important,
and don't minimize what you're doing, even if it's what you think is small. Like for me, it's okay being here. Okay, I'm not doing anything massive. It doesn't matter, especially if you're a 24/7 caregiver. It doesn't matter the amount, the depth. What you're talking about is the fact that it's constant. It's like having something. People say to you have low level pain, and it's just low level pain. Yeah, but it's all the time.
And that's
it's
actually
wearing.
right, because like if I might have a headache that's only what I would rate a 4 or 5, but if it feels like it's boring into your skull and it's just not stopping, that can almost be like to yourself as bad as if you had a sharp one.
Yeah, it's the length of it, as opposed to intensity. But anyway, I didn't mean to go off on a tangent there. I just wanted to give a nod to what I was reading there, and then to touch base with the caregivers in the group, because I know we have quite a few of them.
Well, I think we're going to be seeing more and more of that as baby boomers get older, and just it seems like a lot more people are becoming chronically ill.
Well, people have, and there's a lot of people with special needs kids, and stuff like that. So it's just, why did I do that? Okay.
I have no idea why you did that.
Okay.
You probably shouldn't do that.
No, I probably shouldn't. Okay, so anyway, that's enough about that. I don't think we have much more. Oh, we have shop news.
I actually don't. Oh, yes, I do. I'll Mark Your Place bookmark has been released.
Awesome.
On Etsy and on Lovecrafts. Those of you who are patrons, remember that is a free to you pattern as part of your Patreon. So please don't go out and buy it. Please save your money and get it off of Patreon, because that's part of the perks. And I do not want you spending money you don't have to spend. Just like my testers, unless you have a reason, like you want it in your Lovecrafts library or whatever, please save yourself money and just take your free tester pattern. I don't. Them's the perks.
Yep, that's the perks. Okay, and I am hoping to put up some autumnal colorways. I have a few ideas in my head. Right now they're all along the same color spectrum, so maybe you'll see a bunch of them going in color schemes. So I don't have to have a whole bunch of stuff just sitting there that's not related.
Well, you tend to do things in a...
Well, I've started to do that because it's easier to just do it all at once and then do the next set of colors.
Right.
So this is probably going to be in oranges and browns and things like that.
Yay!
So I have 2 or 3.
I know there's got to be people besides me who like those colors.
I think I have like 3 or 4 colorways I'm thinking about doing for that. And a reminder to our Patreons, you guys have in the Patreon group a constant code. So you use that coupon code if you are one level, that the highest level
5
that we offer. If you have that level, and I think all of them do at this point, just put the coupon code in so you don't have to pay full price for that, okay? So that should be...
And I know it sounds like we're hard selling the Patreon. We're remembering things we want to tell people.
Right, because you have to remember we're kind of fuzzy brained sometimes. And so I just want to make sure they know, because I'm not having a sale right now. And if you do pick up something, then please don't forget to use the code if you're Patreons. I would like you to be able to save that bit of money.
And if there is some sort of code that's in place later on, and we mentioned on the podcast, please make sure to use your codes.
Yeah, use your codes. If you are a Patreon and you use the code for my shop and it doesn't show up, before if that happens, contact me and I will apply it, because it doesn't apply automatically and sometimes I forget to put it in for that code. So make sure you let me know and I'll put it in. Say, hey, I'm a Patreon member and I put the code in and it didn't work. I will refund you. Okay? If you want colorways, right now
and this is for everybody.
Yeah. Yes.
Let's make that clear.
If you want colorways that I do often and you don't see it in the base, like most of my fingering sock is not existent right now because it was bought out by my LIS. If you see stuff that I put up and it's not in the base you want, contact me and I will try to work with you, and if I have the base I can do it right away. If I don't have the base, I have to get the base, and if my supplier has it, depends on how long it takes for the supplier to get it for me, the COVID stuff. But I have.
Is there a base you don't have right now?
Right now I think I have almost everything. I don't have bulky.
Or worsted?
I do have worsted.
Okay.
I don't have bulky right now.
Right behind you guys, well, it's in our view. In our view, you're sitting where our screen is, right in front of us. So, indulge me. Behind you guys is a wall, like 3 shelves worth of bare yarn that is like trying to come out. So, Mom has a lot of bare stuff, bare yarn.
Yep. So I'm going to be doing. I have. Like I said, I'm doing oranges right now, oranges and browns. I want to do some purples. If you see anything in the DK paste that I normally do, that's not a limited edition or super difficult, that would make the time intensive, I'd have to work with you on that one. But if you see something that's just something that I have there, and you want it in fingering sock or you want it in worsted or something like that, sport, whatever, then contact me and I'll see what I can do. Okay. Let's see here.
Oh, that's what I did wrong. Sorry, ignore me.
What?
Ignore me.
Oh, okay. So I think that's about it for now. I think we will plan to do our next podcast next Saturday, which is the 10th. I think
you might be correct.
October 10th. So, is there anything live stuff that you want to do, or is it?
Not real. Well, the only thing I can mention is really quick. It's more of an awareness, even though dysautonomia virus is done. Barometric pressure right now, it's a mixture of barometric pressure, and October is the official dysautonomia awareness month, even though it's not for us. And that's because with the change in, we're headed into fall, the change in the weather patterns, the temperatures and stuff, it really affects people with POTS. We call it the October slide. So if you notice me with a lot more symptoms, or I don't get back to you as quickly as normal, that's all it is. Just because it's kind of a rough time of year. No big deal. It's what it is. But it's more of an FYI. You might see the same thing with Crystal as well. If she's
that's chronically crocheting.
If she's as sensitive to weather as I am, because not everyone's the same.
She seems to be, but she hasn't figured it out for sure.
Right. Whereas I am very sensitive to barometric pressure changes in weather. So, yeah. It is more of a heads up, because I know there's times where I might not be on the computer for
it hurts her eyes.
Yeah.
So that's why you contact me for prizes and things.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we will hope to see you here next week. But before we go, we want to thank the people who commented. And once again, my usual caveat replies: if I have not said thank you to you, that is only because I did not see you before we started recording. So we want to
Or
thank.
that she didn't love you. That could be it too.
Want to thank Brittany, Sequa75, Steph, who I believe is the same person. I think I just have her as different names on different places.
Yeah, probably.
Wendy MacGyver. Chronically Crocheting. That's not her last name.
We just call her.
We just call her that. And Emma, thank you very, very much for your comments. We are very appreciative of them. We will hope to see you here again for the Fun in the Woman Cave next week. We wish you a week full of knitting, crocheting, whatever it is that makes you happy. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 422, and that's a wrap.
And I'm almost done with this needle. Just give me 5 seconds.
Bye.
Did you want to click that again?
That might get annoying.
That was a really pathetic click. It was like,
okay.
it was a wimpy click.
If this is annoying, this is Talia's fault.
You see, that has some finality to it.
Hurry up, you oboe head.
There is no hurrying when I get
oboe
up.
head.